The Yamdoots arrived. The Shivgans also arrived. Both had come to take the same man. One wanted to take him to hell and the other to Kailash. And the reason behind this, no one had even imagined. Who was this man? His name was Devraj. He was a Brahmin by name, but by actions, a sinner. Lies, fraud, and theft, that was his life. He had even committed murders. No worship, no dharma, no repentance. His entire life was filled with only one thing: sin. Seeing his condition, even a Chandala would feel ashamed seeing him. A man rejected by society, someone people avoided, often changing their path to stay away from him. If there were ever a list titled, "Who will go to hell first?" Devraj's name would be at the very top. One day, Devraj arrived at Pratishtanpur, the same sacred place we now know as Prayagraj. There he saw a temple of Lord Shiva. He had not come for devotion. Fate had simply brought him there. That very night, he was struck by a high fever. He collapsed inside the temple itself. He could neither stand nor go anywhere. The priest saw him, weak with fever and completely alone. Out of compassion, he allowed him to stay in the temple and began taking care of him. And in that same temple, a Brahmin was narrating the Shiva Puran. Devraj did not want to listen, but those words kept echoing in his ears, day after day, night after night, for nearly a month. As the glory of Shiva entered his ears, cracks began to form in his stone-like heart. Amid the burning fever, he began to remember his sins. He could not speak, but from the corners of his closed eyes, 2 tears of repentance flowed and merged into the temple's soil. His silent pain was reaching Mahadev directly. Devraj knew the account of his sins was very long, and as his eyes began to close, there were no words, no prayers, only a silent surrender. And then Devraj died. The moment he died, the Yamdoots arrived to bind him and take him to hell. No forgiveness, no mercy. But then, first a divine light appeared, then the air became still, and then they appeared, with the brilliance of millions of suns, ash smeared on their bodies, a trident in their hands, Rudraksh around their necks. They were the attendants of Lord Shiva, the Yamdoots who fear no one, who bring death itself. For the first time, they stopped, they trembled. The Shivgans stopped them and forced them back with their divine radiance. They freed Devraj from his bonds and saddled him in a divine vehicle and took him towards Mount Kailash. But why? This caused great astonishment in Yamlok. Even Yamraj himself was surprised. He meditated and understood the entire reason. Then Yamraj said, "The person who has heard the story of the Shiva Puran, even if he did not listen to it intentionally, all his sins are destroyed. We have no authority over such a person." And there, when they reached Kailash, the Shivdoots offered Devraj at the feet of Lord Shiva. The same Devraj who deserved hell was now at the feet of Shiva, the feet which great sages strive for their entire lives to attain, the feet which even the gods long for. Those very feet were given to a sinner. Where there was sin, grace descended there. Devraj did not choose Shiva. Shiva chose Devraj. Devraj just didn't know it. This is the grace of Mahadev. But wait, this does not mean that one should commit sins throughout life and simply listen to the Shiva Puran at the end. This story is not an excuse. This is just a glimpse of Mahadev's compassion. Where justice ends, from there, Mahadev's grace begins. Just take one step forward. The stories are not over yet. There are many such true stories described in the Shiva Mahapuran, which I will bring to you one by one. Har Har Mahadev.